A good villain is something that has the potential to take a series and really make it memorable. Villains that push the hero to evolve or challenge their beliefs. Villains whose actions can stick with the watcher and can really bring out emotions. Villains who really make you hate them. These are the villains I personally like the most. I'm Jake H from Anime Dumpster Dive, and these are my top 10 anime villains. Keep in mind, I'm not counting villains who later get redeemed, and I'm only counting the anime versions of said villains, so no manga influence here. This is also a personal top 10, so they are only from anime that I have seen. Spoilers for the following shows in order, so leave now if you don't want to get spoiled. Alright, let's get started. Number 10, Altair from Recreators. Holy crap, do I love her design. Not only is she aesthetically pleasing, but she is also an overwhelming force for our main heroes. The creativity that goes into her movesets, as well as her constant overpoweredness, just adds to her. Altair is incredibly manipulative. She shows this by bringing characters who are seen as heroes in their respective worlds to her side of the conflict. Her feelings and goals are genuine, and at some point you begin to connect with her. And then she ruins it, by killing some of my favorite characters. Number 9, Reina Braun, aka the Armored Titan from Attack on Titan. In all honesty, I could include Bertolt and Annie with Reina, but he really sticks out to me. Reina is on the list because not only is the reveal of him being the Armored Titan absolutely amazing, but he also struggles with the fact that he is the cause of his friend's suffering, so much that he creates a second personality to deal with the guilt. Reina is complex and is truly a challenge for Eren that really makes him grow. His Armored Titan form is by far the coolest Titan. I mean, hell, the dude's built like Brock Lesnar. Number 8, Jason from Tokyo Ghoul. He is clearly based off Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th series, and he instills fear in his victims just like him as well. Jason is a menacing figure who shows up in episode 1 and just kinda disappears. When he reappears, he commands focus and becomes a main part of the story for the final part of the first season. He kidnaps Kaneki and begins torturing him physically, mentally, and emotionally. He breaks him in such a horrific fashion that the Kaneki we've gotten to know is no longer the same character. He forces him to accept his ghoul nature and fight back, which leads to an amazingly choreographed fight that ultimately ends with Kaneki going full ghoul and eating Jason. Number 7, Stain from My Hero Academia. Stain is an idealistic nutjob who goes around killing heroes who he deems aren't worthy of the title. That's pretty freaking intense. Decked out with numerous bladed weapons, Stain's appearance is scary and is a counter to the colorful costumes of our heroes. He is eventually taken down by Midoriya, Todoroki, and Ida in a super intense fight. Stain's ideals are so strong that he saves Midoriya's life because he has deemed him worthy of being a hero. Keep in mind, this is a kid who he was just trying to fight. His ideals are then passed on to other villains, inspiring them to come out of the woodwork, resulting in the League of Villains that we have now. And Dabi, who is awesome. Number 6, Junko Enoshima from the Danganronpa series. She destroys the whole fucking world by thrusting everyone into despair. She is batshit insane and has multiple personalities. One of them is even British. Her design is super memorable, and the reveal of her being the villain in the original series is absolutely amazing. Junko is one of those villains who actually succeeds in molding the world into her perfect image. Yeah, she's later defeated, but she chooses to go out on her own terms, getting executed multiple times. Even in death, she continues to make our heroes' lives a living hell of despair. Number 5, Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. This guy has multiple sagas where he's the ever-present threat, and then has a whole saga dedicated to just the fight with him. Frieza commits multiple atrocities during this arc of the series, even killing Krillin and Vegeta, which at the time seemed permanent. He beats the crap out of the freshly powered up Goku and even survives the large spirit bomb. Frieza pushes Goku to fulfill an ancient prophecy and become the legendary Super Saiyan just to defeat him. And even then, during the final fight on an exploding Namek, Frieza is only fatally injured by his own attack. Goku then spares his life by giving him energy, and this gigantic douche tries to attack him one last time, resulting in my favorite line from Goku ever. You fool! Yeah, he comes back as Mecha Frieza, and yeah, Dragon Ball Super is a thing, but this is the Frieza that I'll always remember. Number 4, Shogo Makishima from Psycho Pass. His appearance is almost angelic, giving an opposite image of his true nature. Makishima is the force behind every antagonist in the first season of Psycho-Pass, the puppet master pulling the strings. Seeking to bring down the Sibyl system and let people unleash their darkest desires, his goal threatens to throw the world into chaos. Horrifyingly cruel and ruthless, he challenges our protagonists not only mentally and physically, but also challenges their sanity. With him being immune to the Sibyl system by being able to do any evil act and keep his psychopaths clear, he is able to do horrible things in front of our heroes without them being able to stop him with their dominators. It is only after forcing Kogami to go rogue does he meet his end, but only after aiding in many murders and committing some as well. Number 3. Gilgamesh, aka Archer from Fate Zero. Listen up, mongrels. This OP son of a bitch generated legitimate hatred from me. I hated his smug attitude, the way he talked down to everyone, the way he wasn't really an archer, and most of all, the fact the guy actually did his hair before going out. His appearance is one that commands attention, and the Gate of Babylon is a super cool power concept. Gilgamesh is manipulative, changing up the Fourth Holy Grail War simply because he found his master boring and Kirei interesting. He is ruthless and shows his enemies no mercy. But he also has some likable traits. He respects those who deserve it and even follows the rules of a meeting between others who call themselves king. Dude even respects their titles to a degree. Still though, this smug asshole wins the Holy Grail War without breaking a sweat, and is a dick about it the entire time. Number 2, Light Yagami from Death Note. As the protagonist of Death Note, we are given access to Light's thoughts, and boy are they screwed up. Cunning as he is delusional, almost every action Light does has multiple reasons for it. Whether it's dropping a piece of the Death Note on a bus or eating a potato chip, Light has planned what will happen because of these actions. He believes that the world should be purged of evil, and at first it isn't that bad, until you realize that this is a teenage boy whose main goal is to become God. When the authorities threaten him, he begins to turn against them and starts to kill them off as if they were criminals. Light even succeeds in killing his intellectual rival L after a game of 8-dimensional chess. Yes, after L's death, things kind of got iffy, but Light's death at the hands of Ryuk was something I looked forward to since the first episode. Number 1.
Make contracts with me and become that.
I present to you the face of pure evil, Kyubey from Madoka Magica. What is more evil than perverting a young girl's wish to better suit your goals? Such a different appearance compared to what this thing really is. Disguised as a magical girl mascot, this cute little bastard is manipulative and coaxes girls into becoming magical girls so that they will kill witches. But by becoming a magical girl, they lose their soul and slowly are corrupted and turn into witches. Yeah, Kyubey is technically saving the universe or whatever, but this is so fucking low. I love this series. It's definitely in my top 10, and Kyubey just adds to it. My hatred of this character just goes to show how great this anime really is. The dark twists of what happens to the girls and the way Kyubey just sits there not giving a damn solidified their place here at the top. Well, that's my current top 10 anime villains. Did any of your favorites make the list? Do you have an anime with a great villain that I should watch? Leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, like it and subscribe for more. New podcasts every 2 weeks and a new video every Saturday. Except for next Saturday, maybe. I'm in the middle of moving, so I'll see if I have time. Anyway, thanks for listening. Fuck Kyubey, man, I'm all heated now.